Hey guys, it's me, Jimmy's Customs and Reviews, back with another custom Endgame figures showcase. So here we've got my figures for Thor and Bucky Barnes, previously the Winter Soldier and now the White Wolf, and Thor from Endgame. Spoilers if you haven't seen it, when in the movie he gets fatter, grows back his long hair and his beard, but still has Stormbreaker. So here's my showcase for the two figures. As you can see, I've actually made my own custom Stormbreaker that's pretty accurate, I reckon, with a stick in some of the parts from the original set with some new ones, modifying them and gluing them and painting them to fit the figure well. And I think that actually looks great. I'm so proud of that Stormbreaker helmet. Even though it might be simple, I still think it took a bit to put together and was really worthwhile though, because it looks really good and like accurate, I reckon. And still like matches Lego, you know, it's not too far out of the Lego realm. So yeah, I'm really happy with that, guys. And yeah, so now I'll spin them both around. Yeah, for the backs of the figures, I didn't really do much detail because I didn't really have that much time to make these, because I'm just trying to pump out the rest of the figures, you know. I know that it's been quite a while, but it takes a while to make each figure, you know. So I'm really happy with the way they've turned out so far. And yeah, I'll just get on to first Thor and then we'll have a look at Bucky. So here, guys, is my Thor minifigure. This is based off the Fat Thor. Obviously you can sculpt some more on, but I just thought to leave it fairly like plainish but still give it some really cool details, just then it's more, I didn't want to sculpt on the fat belly. I know that's like a main thing he has, but what I might do is just make like a Fat Thor figure with some painting instead, because like to keep it more in the Lego realm with this. Yeah, so what I did is I took an Agent 13 hairpiece. I'm not 100% sure if that comes with any other minifigure, but yeah, the Agent 13 hairpiece from the Civil War airport battle set, and I've sanded that down dramatically and painted it brown, if you can see that, guys, just so it doesn't look like a woman's hairpiece anymore. I know they're fairly interchangeable, but it did look a bit too feminine, you know. So I thought, yeah, I would just sand it down, and it looks awesome after I painted it. I reckon it looks really good, and I think that's a fairly good colour for Thor's hair. It came out in this weird like orangey colour before, not like orange, but like more like a beigey orange before, like that genuine like generally that's what Lego uses, that colour for Thor recently, just with Infinity War sets and stuff and the Ragnarok sets, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if there's any sets where he's not wearing his helmet, but I'll have to double check. But yeah, that's from the Infinity War, he had the similar colour head or what it originally was, but I reckon this brown suits much more. Then the beard, I got it from Gandalf from the Lord of the Rings. I just got mine from my Lego Dimensions figure. Then I took that, I didn't actually do any sanding, I just painted it and it looks great. Like, I could have taken some more off the bottom, but it's my only beard piece, and I think that like if I did stuff it up, it's probably, you know, it looks actually really good the length it is, and I didn't feel the need to change it. But you guys can comment below if you think I should sand some more. So yeah, with the legs I just kept them plain black. I was thinking of painting some more details, but I thought you can't even really see the details on his like the boots and stuff in the movie, from what I can remember. So yeah, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but there's like, they're pretty much just all black along with the pants and the boots. Aside from that, I just used the figure. So this is actually the Infinity War Thor body. I think it looked pretty good, the details on the torso. So yeah, the cape, I just it's a regular red minifig cape, you know, just had a spare one laying around. The arms were originally a skin tone, like for Thor's hands they were same skin tone as before, but like that's actually good to get some new ones of those, because I actually don't have too many for customizing, and I just swapped them out with these dark like gunmetal grey looking colour that are from the Age of Ultron Thor. And I think every iteration they've managed to do, there's only really like Age of Ultron where he's got the right coloured sleeves for the Avengers movies, and I think if they were just, I know that they couldn't have really done it in 2012, but if they could have, it would have been cool. And I just think it really suits any Thor minifigure if you're trying to upgrade, just to swap out with these arms, because most of them will actually fit. And yeah, and then the eyebrows, I just painted the brown colour over what they were before, because Yeah, they were that orangey colour earlier, yeah, so... But the face is the same face print. And yeah, that's about all I did for Thor, aside from, as I said, Stormbreaker's all... Like... He's, Stormbreaker Hammer is the new one from Infinity War, and it just carries on. I actually didn't get time to make it when Infinity War came out, but I'm happy I was for Endgame. So yeah, I'll show you guys actually him with Mjolnir as well if you want to see that. So I'll chuck that on and you can see in a minute. Hey guys, so this is actually Thor with Stormbreaker and Mjolnir, my custom painted one, just with a silver head that I painted on, the same metallic colour as my Stormbreaker. Actually, it's a different colour, sorry. It's more like an aluminum colour on the top of the hammer, and then the Mjolnir, that's more of like a gunmetal grey, like a lighter gunmetal grey to be honest, because they are different colours in the movies. And yeah, and I painted the handle brown to suit Thor, so I think that actually looks very, very good. It actually was, it's hard to paint around like a round thing without the paint coming off, but I managed to do it, which was good. So yeah, I hope you like that minifigure. And yeah, that's my Thor. I'll get on to Bucky Barnes. Hey guys, so this is my Bucky Barnes figure. And for my Bucky Barnes figure, what I actually did is I took the existing face, even though it looks nothing like Sebastian Stan and a lot more like Chris Pratt, you know. I know that they did release their own one, but I thought instead of going and buying that really, really expensive minifigure pack, especially because like in here in Australia, it's a lot more expensive for Legos than like in America and everything. So yeah, what I did is I painted on that cool beard, like the gruff looking one that he has in the movie, and the eyebrows I painted over, and then I gave the lines under the eyes and everything to give it that full look that he has in the movie, you know. The hairpiece I actually just kept the same. I thought it looked really good as is, you know. Didn't bother painting it because I thought it looked good, the same colour as the beard anyways. That turned out really well. And I think with like the extra stuff around the eyes and everything and the beard, I think it actually does pretty well. Like in the end, like even though it didn't really look like him at the start, I think it works. So yeah. For the Bucky Barnes torso piece and the arms and everything, what I did is I just took this body from Monster Fighters and I took off a lot of the printing with some nail polish remover. If you're going to do that, just bear in mind you have to be very careful because it can ruin the torsos completely, and I probably would just use the eraser method if you can get it to work, to be honest, because it's a lot safer. But yeah, that's what I did. And then I took off most of the printing on it, like on the back. I took off the rips on the jacket and the rips on the front of the jacket and the extra stuff. And what I did is I just used that as like a template because I already had the figure, and I painted on the extra like vest stuff and the silver like button looking things on his jacket and everything. And I think like after you do that, it actually looks really, really good. Like for what he's wearing in the movie, I reckon it's quite accurate, because I saw like even the Bricktober pack's probably a bit more accurate, but that's pretty similar to the pack and like what he looks like. So I thought, yeah, why not? And then so I took out the other arm, the blue arm, and I just replaced it with this gunmetal grey arm that like Thor has and the Ultron Sentry drones have. And what I did is I just painted these awesome looking gold pattern onto the arms. That's why it's mostly gold, but if you can see it in person, it actually does look quite like what he has, because he does have a lot of lines on his arms. His so that's the White Wolf arm that's actually gifted to him by Black Panther and their tribe and stuff, and Shuri made it. So yeah, and the hand I actually had to paint first the gunmetal grey colour, and then paint the gold over it, because there was no they just used a grey hand, like a dark grey hand, to emulate that look. And it fooled I think it fooled me just looking at it for so long, you know, and just not realizing, you know. But after when I looked at it in the end, it wasn't a gunmetal grey hand, it was just a regular grey hand, and against it when you were trying to figure it out, it was interesting. I'll tell you that, like I didn't even realize it until I had to actually go down to it. And if you look at it in person, it does make a lot of a difference with the gunmetal grey, and it actually doesn't scratch off, surprisingly. I think it's because I use like model paint, like a hobby paint. For the rest I use mostly just acrylics. Then for the pants, I took a it was, I think, oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, I took the pants. I think it was like the volcano like sets. You know that line where they're like, I think it's a city line, and then like volcano people, like jungle people, like rescuing things and stuff. I just had it in my collection, so what I did is I took them. I already had the pants printing on there. It's not the exact same color, but I think it works pretty well. And the buttoned up pants, or the pants with the pockets on them, I think work really well. And I just added some black boots to those, and that looks I think really good. And the simplicity of like the pants, I think just like really, it lets the other elements of the figure shine a lot. So yeah. So yeah, as I said, this was just the Chris Pratt original face. So I'll show you side by side with my with the original angry expression. You can see how different it is actually to the original and how much it actually works. So yeah, guys, these are the angry expressions side by side. As you can see, they're actually a lot different, right? And with the custom painting, it doesn't actually look as angry on Bucky Barnes, and it looks very close to the I think what like it should look like, and I think it actually really works. So yeah, you can tell that there was a lot of painting, so really it's not even the same head anymore. But I won't show you the back of the Star-Lord figure because that's a work in progress, so you guys can actually see that when the video comes out for Star-Lord, because I've actually already got the Star-Lord painted face, because he's mostly like, I feel like he suits the other expression that the figure comes with. So yeah, that's actually the painted, that's the difference between that one and the painted face on that. Thanks guys for watching my video on these custom figures, and I think they well represent Chris Evans and Sebastian Stan's likeness. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, that's my video. If you guys would like to see any more content or anything, just yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and if you could like and subscribe.